It's just the
from
Sixers being garbage. That's
yeah,
the
from
whole story.
an
And I
outside
can't.
person's view, I think because it is so much of an entertainment industry, I mean, I think it all hinges on money. It
It's money. It's the whole
Their winning
thing is
record
money.
And and
isn't
and
really
I will
relevant.
say, one of the reasons I'm the biggest supporter of Sam Hinkie is before Sam Hinkie did it, I was always a proponent. I was like, somebody should just lose on purpose and get the top draft pick in the next 3 years. I always said somebody should do it, and he did it. He started doing it. I was like, this is my plan. He's doing it. And for a great while there, the Sixers were real close. Even with Colangelo fucking up his team, they got real close.
Yeah. Well, you know, once you guys trade Embiid, we can sit down and have a did that work out conversation.
You can't have it. It's a conversation that can never be had.
There'll be a
From an
30 to 30 one day.
organizational standpoint, we can have the conversation from an organizational standpoint. We can't have the conversation from the GM standpoint of what Sam Hinkie's plan was.
Eventually, we'll get a 30 for 30, and Hinkie will sit down and say, "Yeah, they told me, but I thought I had time.
No,
I thought I could beat the budget. I
We
thought I
will
could
get
beat
30
the
for
budget."
30.
Mhm.
I was hoping that the 30 for 30 we got was going to be after we won the championship.
No.
So, I mean, obviously, I'm not dealing with the amounts of money they are, but in my experience, when an employer gives you that freedom, usually you can do whatever you want, but here's your benchmarks. I don't care how you do it. You know, your plan is your plan. But at the end of the month, end of the quarter, whatever the time period is, I expect to see this amount.
The benchmark should have been
And if
draft
he wasn't
picks.
hitting those amounts,
He got the draft picks.
then
In an empty stadium.
I don't know what those amounts were.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, good morning once, good morning twice, good morning enough times to get things right. This is episode session 74 of the World Breakers campaign. I'm going to intro while I pull up Pi, because I forgot to do that. And let me get the date correct. This is a new month, finally. It is the first day of Memor. It's the first time we've been. This is the campaign's first time being out the month, which is cool. We last session dealt with the Ugai dealing with the consequences of a few actions taken. So Laura heard. What did I call this very specific important thing? So Laura was overwhelmed by a voice of something that had its
Panther.
Catra. We had a long conversation afterwards, which really fucks up my recaps. Catra, while on Spice, saw a clawed hand thing over. I almost said X over Philly's head. Alerted him to it, brought him to a mirror. He was not able to see it, but she was. They ended up her speaking to it, her being overwhelmed by what she was able to translate as a mix of ancient elemental languages, so loud and so incomparable that ununderstandable that she passed out from it. At the same time, Slyrak was thrown around the room, knocked almost unconscious, as it seemed his warlock patron, the genie, had an ouch with him. Later, Slyrak saying to the group that he has somehow changed patrons, but he's not sure how. His marble, which was one of the abilities given to him by his genie, shattered, projecting all of the weapons all the items you all had stolen, from the marble, dealing 60 points of damage to everyone. You were able to save the tiefling shopkeep Excellence and convince him that he went on a crazy spice trip and punched up his own shop, which is hilarious. But you were able to gather all your things before waking him, save all your friends, and get back to your home. You all took time to take a very long rest. Some conversations were had between Katsura and Philly, kind of discussing what they went through and experienced and the dangers he may be in. Eventually, you all sat down and spoke with your assistant, Topher. Kind of gave you the rundown on some of the things that have been happening since you've been gone. There are 7 people who had come through to try to join the guild you formed here, or the group. All have been turned away, but he had kept the information. And you all gave him some kind of guidelines for, what a candidate for the Ugai should represent. And while he will not be, as ordered, not taking applications or anything like that, he will be making it clear the kind of things the Ugais would want to see. So if nothing else, you can make some sort of passive change. He did mention that all the other guild halls have made their rounds again since you've been gone. And he gave you some of the news of Craghammer, as you had asked him to start getting reports on that. Mainly that the King of Craghammer is no longer going to leave, but will instead have whatever big meeting was supposed to happen in Craghammer, using his influence and sway to get the world leaders to come to him. You guys asked him to refocus some of his research to anything that mentions the Ugai will be important to the Ugai in Craghammer, and in escalation to try to find any historical landmarks that seem to have been forgotten and fallen out of fashion that are not well traveled. As you guys continue the search for, or I should say, begin the search for whatever space in escalation controls the city rising and falling. But you have given him those orders. You have given him a stipend to work with of, I believe, 100 gold. And he hasn't left, but has started putting things in motion to get that accomplished. Outside of that, you gave him the magical beads that have a few of them have bless, and one of them has something else. You gave that to him as a gift, which he was very appreciative of. And there were a few moments where you caught him. You caught the intelligence that he seems to try to hide sometimes. Mainly, Katra saw this. Had a few questions for him about that, and he once again dodged the question of how old he is. But still doing his job well. Does not seem to have ruffled any feathers too much. But he is now on you all's radar, and because of that, if anything pings your guys' passive perception or insight, I'll let you know regarding Topher. So I think at the moment now, he's now on some of yours, keeping track of him. Anything else I forgot? Questions, reminders, concerns?
It's called Whispers of the World, by the way.
Thank you. Whispers of the World. I'm trying to figure out what page I wrote these notes on.
And then the other thing was
Expanding.
Clyrac mentioned, I don't remember if it was a group or not, that his former captor now knows that he's gone, or will know now that the Marvels.
Yes, he did mention he cannot no longer go back. So whatever he was doing to stay out here is now ruined. Okay. With that being said, Slyrak is reading his book in his room. The time he has to read has been halved, as he seems to have a very real sense that he's read this before. The rest of the group was still downstairs in your meeting room. It has been furnished by Topher as a place you can meet with clients or interested parties or just kind of talk amongst yourselves. What would you all like to do? The floor is yours. It is the beginning of the first. We'll call it around 10 o'clock.
So, apologize to whoever's room is across from Slyrax. Slyrax spent the entire night reading and experimenting with spells, and reading to a short rest to experiment. There was arcane flashes coming from under the door, the occasional exclamation of either frustration or success. But Sarek does not sleep at all. That goes on the entire night.
So that would have been the previous night then.
Okay.
Little Jack Skellington. Something's up with
yeah.
Jack. Something's up with Jack.
Wow, that fits great. Okay, we have Jack Skellington upstairs. We have Topher's been giving his marching orders. You do hear the door open in the front room, a loud whistle, which you assume came from Topher, and then some hushed conversations by the door. But, what would you all like to do? You have the town, you have your home between worlds. Slyrak is studying. You can wait until you hear back from Topher. We can jump forward a bit if you'd like.
I say in the group chat, should we ask Harry if he knows about the raising of the walls, the cities?
So you should knock before coming in my head like this.
There's a joke there. There's a joke there, but I'll be immature.
What do you guys think? Should we keep
Sure.
it for ourselves? Or?
We can ask him if he knows anything about it. I'm not sure he can really leave on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess if he does leave, he can't get back here.
Okay. I'm heading into the space then. Oh, wait. Don't we need to bring building tools, supplies?
Yes, we do.
Should we get that
Yes, let's go shopping.
quickly?
Not
Very quickly.
This will be an off-screen thing for sure. We're not going to interact with any.
Let's get it delivered here.
So, you're not going to have to pay for your initial lodging. Anything you want to expand, you'll need to. So, if there's anything you want to build as far as the other rooms, that's what you need to pay for.
Right. We had like a list of things, didn't we?
a few rooms that we wanted. Did anyone want any specific rooms? I had at least one that I thought would be pretty interesting. It's called
Right.
Smoothing Girl.
Right now, where we going? We're trying to get rooms, like our own room.
Oh, I think you missed the Bastion thing because you were on vacation. On the Discord, there's now a tab called Bastion, and it shows you guys have a home between worlds. You can build it out as you want, and you can add on new rooms that can do a lot of different things.
Oh yeah, okay.
So there's a time and a cost to all those things if you want to build them. So if you pick a room you want, it's money out of the party fund or your personal funds, and then we'll start counting the days until that room is done. Some of them do require a hireling, and they have a associated cost as well. But the hireling part is what's going to be a little tricky for you guys because your Bastion's in a other place. But you can always build out the room, and then when it's finished or in between that, figure out how you gonna get a hireling in there?
Okay.
Does
Oh.
a golem count?
Does a golem count as a hireling? Do you have a golem?
Not yet.
Slyrak.
should it- go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Your DM.
I was gonna say, should it be a low skilled thing? A golem may be able to suffice. If it's something of high skill, maybe not. It'd be a
Tapping maple
conversation.
trees.
Tapping maple trees, a golem could probably do.
Raw.
Okay.
Raw.
Anyway. We need to investigate this, but we already sent Topher out to see if he can find any information on historical sites. I don't know what we can do beyond that to investigate.
Well,
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Is there a library? I'm assuming there's a library in the city.
that's just one of the rooms that I went to get the build capture.
I don't know. I mean, in where we are.
Escalation. Roll a history check for me. From anyone who would like to roll a history check for me to see if this town has a library.
20. Dirty.
Ooh, nice.
Which is not my specialty.
Do you mind when I call you Indiana Jones? I don't want to keep saying it if you don't like it.
No, I think it's funny.
Okay, so Indiana Jones, you would be aware.
It's the vibe.
Love it.
Yeah. So libraries are in fact the most
No,
common thing
but anyway.
in Alessia. The learned, of course, have their hoard of information. Escalation would not have any libraries, but there would be private collectors of information who would allow people they grant access to it. There's a few petty nobles who simply focus on collecting information. You're not sure if the Undercity has a version of that, but there are some well-to-do people up here who certainly do. And you would think that the guild representing... let me see whose guild would want information. Give me one moment to go back to my guild.
And this would be information about the original build of the city, by the way. So not just.
Well,
like,
at this point, this would simply be who would even have information, and
Yeah.
who likes information in general.
Okay.
The guild Light of the Lost, you are aware, makes a point of collecting information.
Please be funny.
They make a point of what, Brian?
Collecting information.
Do we have references? We do. They're near us, right? All the guild.
Oh, yeah, all the guild halls are in this area. Yeah, you're pretty much
The
like in a
little
gated
complex.
neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go check on
I guess the comparison would be like if there's a frat row. That's kind of where you guys are.
Okay. All right. All right. I say to the group, I want to go talk to Light of the Lost. The guild. It feels weird to say.
I think I'll join you on that visit of the Light of the Lost. They sound like a noble group.
Very meta.
They may. I'd like to see if we could find a starting place on the original build of the city. Maybe if we take that route, we can get some.
If murder can be noble.
And
Do you
to
know-
clarify, Rokurus told you the name was Light of the Lost. The actual guild introduced themselves as Last Call.
What?
Mm.
Right.
I thought it was two different groups.
Well,
No, Rokurus has different names for all the groups.
That's funny.
Oh, guild.
Like he called,
how about that?
the guild, the Final Note, he called Samson Music Group.
Oh,
shit.
wait. Do I have
Yo,
that
this
written
dude's
down
fucking-
somewhere?
He's a funny
Wait a
ass dude,
minute.
yo.
Rokurus gave you one set of names. When they actually came to talk,
Hold on.
they gave different names.
What are they called? What's the
Final
real
Note.
final note?
The Final Note
I
is
knew the World Courage names.
yeah, Rokurus gave you one set, and they gave you
Funny
different
as
ones
shit.
when they came.
I thought there was just different groups, and I knew his names. I was like, okay, these are the ones that I know. They
That's
stick out.
hilarious. All right. Okay.
But if you'd like to visit the last call, you certainly can.
Yes, I would.
The final call and the last note.
The last call.
Oh, the last. I
Yeah,
always
we
get these things confused. When you get to my age,
Okay. All right. Let's go.
no, we're not going to go anywhere. I thought you were talking about the library.
No, no. I think there's no library here, but these people might. They would at least know who might have the information.
Well, I would like to get a library built inside of our home, and I would also like to get a workshop built inside of our home. And I know Slyrek and Jerry, we're talking about getting a smithy built.
We should probably. They should probably talk to their apprentice first.
Yes. But we are going to need someone to man some of these places. I think Harry can man the workshop. Be very
the person.
beneficial.
Oh, they just texted me.
Do you think Harry would even want to
Well, sorry. 1, 2, what?
run the guild or whatever?
What guild? Would Harry
the,
want to?
the facility.
Yeah, the facility.
We can ask him. He doesn't. You know.
The library, he might. He's a wizard.
Yeah, we can talk to him for sure. So is everyone okay? Is anyone else other than my cousin interested in coming to the last call?
Yeah, why not?
Of course.
Because I was gonna say if not, others can go shop with that. Okay, let's all go. Hold on 1 second. So he had to grab something from the door.
Okay. So you guys are talking. So the library is a roomy building, and typically takes 45 days to make and costs 1,000 gold.
Phew.
Okay.
Ooh, let's sell some syrup first.
Construction time is shorter because you have unsleeping workers.
Mm.
But we will roll upon request when you first ask them to make it to see how faster it will be. But
The
for the moment,
library is a ruby building, 1,000 gold, 45 days.
for a library.
But I said let's sell some maple first because 1,000 gold is insane.
1,000 gold is not insane. Guys,
We don't have
thousands.
active income, do we?
Yes, we have
That's a
multiple
lot
thousands.
of money.
I mean, outside of what you
I
fools
thought-
just spent
I
at the
thought-
store.
I thought we went down like a lot.
Oh, speaking about that, we did lose.
How much money do we have?
1,000. But Slyrek knows. And speaking of Slyrek, and this clown with all our shit guys thrown all over the place. Slyrek, I have the amulet of proof against detection on. But seeing as you might have someone on your ass soon, maybe it's more apt for you.
Yeah.
I like your thinking. I do need to speak with Ralcurus. Rather soon. He has quite a bit of information regarding that exact topic that he owes me.
But you.
Do you have the attunement slots for this?
At the moment, I do not.
Well, I will keep it on until you tell me you're ready.
Let me see what.
Do you want to look? Oh, sorry.
At the moment, I'm not immediately worried. My duties as of late have been few and far between. In the next few days, I would like to either have an answer or maybe putting that on is a good idea.
I think you should. Let's not attract any undue attention to our group if we can avoid it. Well, at least direct attention. Do you want to talk to Rokiris now? I can wait on the light of the last call.
Wait, is he taking this?
No, not today. I don't.
Oh, okay. When he is ready to take this, I think we should all come into our guild hall and have a whole ceremony. We call it the chaining ceremony.
What? No. Okay. No.
Gonna be his
And then
training day.
And then he will sing us a song right after.
Slyrak, do you want to talk to Rokiris before or after last call? I'm fine with either.
Guess if it's on the way, stop before.
Is it on the way? Rokiris
Yeah.
is
So
Here?
the guild hall that he works in is here. You do not know where he is.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually here or not.
I thought we were going to go into the thing.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, I figure we
Not
would swing
also
back
do
to
that,
this
too,
guild
yeah.
and just kind of hope he's
That's
there.
that's literally what I was thinking. Okay. Either one.
So,
I forgot you guys could even do that.
I did too. I was thinking of just swinging past the guild.
He said, "Let's do this the hard way."
Okay. We can stop by his guild. Sure. If he's not there, we can, do the other thing later.
Back in my day, we didn't have second dimension.
Okay. So where are we going first?
What is it on?
And
Is it on
who
the way?
is going? Yeah, I mean, so
Ish.
let's jump over to the other map so you guys can see it again because it has been quite a while. And I'll show
Yeah,
you
I was
realize
scared.
Hey, his guild is in like the guild area with all.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct. You guys are one happy little town. What happened to all the tokens? Okay, hold on. Let me share it. Let's see. I previously had tokens to represent all the different guilds, but they have disappeared.
You updated something, didn't you?
No, I think I pulled them to the other map when they actually came to talk to you guys. So I think that is why they're currently gone. So I'll use the Castrus token for the Ugai. That's where your guys' guild is. It's no longer all shitty.
I'm just here to see the trees.
Eclipse is located. They would be. Eclipse is there. Rokuris, his group's there.
Is Eclipse the Laura's group?
Yes, you gotta
No,
be.
Eclipse is. Oh yes, that's Laura's group. And that's the only name he gave you correct.
Do this on your ring. Do you do this on your ring?
His
That group, if I remember
Rokuris
right.
is. Go ahead.
It was an easy, hard no.
The one that was a hard no was Arcana Supreme.
Hmm.
That was the
That's right.
Magic Supremacist.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Magic Supremacists are there. Eclipse is here. We had Final Note. Not Final Note. I forgot. I needed to make another space for Samson's group because we ran out of space. But the last call is top left. I don't think I had a token for them. I'll just throw someone there that looks sneaky. There we go. And of course, this is the bar ran by babies.
All right, so we're off to the last call, correct? Excuse me.
As you all make your way, you do notice there are quite a number of guards outside of Eclipse. They seem to be pretty laid back, but they are keeping an eye on everything. And it's a lot more than you saw. There were no guards last time you were here. Because the memory thing already happened. After you came back from saving Dresden, more guards started appearing here. There now seems to be just a number of them just stationed there. They seem comfortable.
Before we get there, like, as we are leaving our guild, take the book out and open it up, and anyone close to me can see. I have gotten notes like scribbled like all through this book, and page through a few pages. I think this is right. I will cast enhance ability on myself. Give me advantage on charisma checks before I go talk to him.
Okay, how long does it last?
I believe it's an hour.
Okay. So you have to go past Relcurus' shop to get to the last call. Do you want to stop at the Last Legends first, or is that going to be on the way back?
So
We
we're
can
going
check
there
there.
afterwards. I'll do it
No. We can go there first.
as we leave there.
Okay, so we're going there first. Let me. As you guys make your way over to the Last Legends, it's a pretty big guild hall. A lot of people there. A lot of hustle and bustle of just the workday, as it were. As you come in, you are greeted by what seems to be a host. And they say, "Oh, hello, do you have an appointment today with the Last Legends? Are you aspiring adventurers, or do you need to place a request for heroes?"
Where do you got?
We're actually friends of Relcurus. Is he in?
Oh, the Ugai and friends. I heard that was both a thing. Relcurus is not currently here, but we do have the number 2 if he could help you.
Do you know when he'll be back in?
Oh, he kind of comes and goes as needed. If there's a big job, he always, we can put a request in, and he usually comes pretty quickly. Outside of big jobs, it's kind of hit or miss. Did you want us to send word for him? Is something happening?
No, it's okay. We just wanted to stop in.
Okay, not a problem. Just if you could wait to see, I want to check if you have any messages. Sometimes messages are left for other guilds that are of importance. Everyone knows how to contact us, but you guys are kind of new. No offense. I don't know if you have a message system set up yet. Is it okay if I check? Can you just wait for like 5 minutes for me?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Can I roll insight? This
Yeah.
is weird.
No, go ahead, roll inside.
Hold on. Insight. Because I never have D&D Beyond open. 1 second.
Unless they sponsor us, then we'll have it open all the time.
19.
19. You get the impression that this person has been told to look out for the Ugai and needs to tell someone that you are here. You don't think that there's any danger in this, but simply that they have been told if the Ugai comes in, come report to someone very quickly.
I share this in the group chat.
The group chat's fucking hilarious.
Noted.
So they quickly step away into one of the back rooms. No one else in the guild hall seems to care that you're here. Everyone's still going about their business. There's like a small little bar. There's some a big wall of quests. Someone kind of regulating that. Some people kind of trading armor or resupplying. About 5 minutes does pass as the host comes back, followed by a well-dressed half-elf. They are adorned with gold rings. Very nice vest with gold buttons. Rocking a black and purple look. And most notably, their hair seems to just be flowing straight up.
Anything worth noting about this gold, all this, or just that it's a lot? Like from my perspective.
From your perspective, ostentatious. It is very much a vain show of wealth, but it speaks more towards we have money, we are powerful, than poor people are bad. It's not so much
Gotcha.
sense. Yeah, cool.
Brian, I'm rolling a perception check.
You rolling what?
A perception check to see if he's on spice or I have residual spice because his hair is like flowing like that.
So you're not still high, but do roll insight for me.
Oh, inside. Okay. Natural 20.
Ooh, nat 20. So you're trying to figure out why his hair is like that?
Yeah.
So as he's walking up and you're kind of gauging that, that's very clearly not natural hair, and you kind of run through what you know, best you can tell, which a natural 20, you're very confident. This seems to be a localized perma spell of gust just on his hair. That's just in that space, allowing his hair to always be gusted up. You do not know of any way to keep what is a cantrip running full time. It would have to be, to your knowledge, repeatedly cast over and over again. You don't see any signs of casting on him. You don't see any of the telltale signs of sorcerers who can cast without maybe some of the components. And the idea of rapidly overly casting gust is just insane. Best you can figure, he has some kind of advanced magic that, most likely an item, that has allowed him to permacast something. And he's using it for his hair.
I share that in the group chat. Signal.
He can. It is extremely out of the ordinary. It is a magnitude of magic you have not ran into before.
Yeah, I do share that.
So he's powerful and rich. Good to know.
As he walks up, a little swagger to his walk, he says, "The guy, I have been waiting to make your acquaintance. The honor is yours. I'm joking, it's mine. I am Sartel Von Assad, at your service. Please follow me into the back room, my office, if you don't mind. We have some things to discuss very, very quickly. I'm sure you're very busy." And he just turns and starts walking, expecting you to follow.
Follow?
We follow.
He's rude as fuck, but okay. I'm going with my wits about me.
Okay.
And Jerry says in the group chat, I don't think I like this guy.
I definitively do not.
There's nothing wrong with Claire.
No, but
Say
mutual
in the group
respect.
chat. You know, normally, I feel like I would want to punch this man.
Don't do it.
I don't. No, that's the thing. I don't seem to mind.
Sorry about you.
It is.
You possessed again, buddy?
No. I find it curious myself. But let's see what he has to say.
All right, I walk in.
I like him a lot.
Like I said, eyes peeled for nonsense.
So you all follow him back to what he said was his office. It is actually a very large, very comfortable conference room. There's a lot of very comfortable chairs, a big desk. He sits, instead of behind it, he pulls a chair around and sits in front of it, so he's closer to you all. As you all take your seats, he does go to the corner and brings out coffee for all of you, puts cups in front of all of you and pours it very quickly. Goes to sit and says, "My manners. Biscuits?"
No.
No.
Thank you.
Fino crosses his legs and holds his chancletas in his hand. He says, I like your style.
I thank you.
Like,
A man of
he's
culture,
not-
I am sure. He sits, grabs his coffee, takes a sip. Well, now. I do not know what you know about my home, but I am Avon Assad, one of the favored sons of my nation. No relation, unfortunately, while that would be great. It is simply a rank we earn. I just wanted you to know how seriously we take the Ugai. You get to meet and deal with our best. Now, you can call me Sartell, you can call me Sartell Avon Assad if you like. Whatever works for you. SVA, as I said once or twice. Now, I understand you all have completed a very important mission given to you by our guild head Relcuris. While I'm not privy to the information of what you have done, I have gotten word that you have done it. Is that correct?
Indeed.
All right. Great to hear. How much were you promised to be paid?
Brian, how much were we promised to be paid?
Yeah, I don't remember, to be honest.
That was so long ago.
Other
Hang on.
than
That was last
a
year
long time ago.
sometime.
400,000
Somewhere.
gold.
7 billion pounds.
It was.
One second. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can hold.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was before I started closing on Sundays. It should be in here.
Damn it. Oh,
Nope. I probably have it in my
I think it's in my.
Just gotta give me a second.
Before I meet switch back to paper. I feel like it was 7,000 gold, but I'm just trying to confirm.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's the notes. It's the notes. It's the notes. It's the notes. Now, if you all cannot find it, we'll roll for it. Because I can't find it, and I've been looking for it for a month.
Really?
I have. I've been looking for it for a month. I cannot find the amount.
It's definitely 7,000 gold. I'm serious.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a lot.
No,
I
it was,
one,
you,
but I
guys,
think that's the first job that we already did for him. So that's not.
you were offered he offered you quite a bit to go to another nation and, sabotage their king. It certainly wasn't pennies, but I do not have the actual number. Well, actually, you said 7,000 gold?
No, she just
I'm
saying that.
just bullshitting. Wait a minute.
No, I do have 700 platinum written down, but I don't know what it's.
Oh, yeah?
I do.
I was gonna say.
Is that
I
a
know
previous
it was
payment?
more than 5,000. I couldn't remember if it was 6 or 7.
I have it written down, but I don't have any information put next to it. So I
That's
don't
not-
know
then
what
let's-
that
let's
was
go-
for.
We haven't
That's
had
what-
I have it
anything
written down
else.
twice, actually.
Yeah, that's it. Then,
That's
We haven't had
right.
anything else that was 700 platinum.
yeah, at all.
I do think that might actually be it.
Okay.
Because I don't think anyone else
Amazing.
has paid you or offered you 700 platinum for anything. So
No.
Oh.
Nope.
Essentially have not.
It's all been 2s, 3s, or 5s.
yeah, and it was enough money to motivate you to hop on a train and leave.
I'm like, all right, bye, guys.
Yeah, from someone you guys kind of didn't like at the time.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So we will
Hey.
say that's what it was. Okay, so now one of you say it now.
700 platinum.
Oh my!
That'll get me to hop on the train.
Oh yeah, right there in your notes, right, Chris?
I'm looking at Chris notes too right now.
Right there on the
I
bottom
didn't
of the
even ride
page.
Scepter for that.
Yep.
I'd ride Scepter for that.
Wow. He nods and
All of a
says,
sudden,
"Go ahead." All of a sudden,
I don't know.
he says, "That Relcurus sure does push the budget." No worries. And he gets up and goes behind his desk and opens a drawer, and kind of pushes his arm further down than the drawer goes. Takes out a little shell. Kind of looks like a conch. Whispers into it. Hello, this is the Craghammer branch of the Last Legend. I am going to need a forward of 7,000 gold to pay off a accomplishment from a hired guild. He kind of pushes up to his ear. No, it's approved by Relcurus. You should be able to check it. No, this one's for real. I'm not joking this time. The Ugai. How is that spelled?
UGAI.
Wing.
Ugai. No, they're new. I don't know if they've been to Craghammer. Just check the funds. I'm so sorry. Good help and such.
This is hilarious.
All right. I assume you're talking. I can't hear. Sorry. I cannot hear you while I'm talking. So now you talk. I'm so sorry. Thank you. No, I'm not coming home this weekend.
What?
I'll
No,
just take an thanks.
I know it's just tell Mom I'm working.
Jerry just starts sipping his coffee all out.
Listen, he kind of turns in his chair a bit. I'm at work right now. Can we just later, please?
Katra is like cackling in the group chat.
And he kind of like turns again. I'll pay for the bike. Just buy it. Okay. All right. Bye. And he puts it away. And he turns back around. Just a moment. And he kind of clears off a spot on his desk. And you can see as he clears it, there's some runes inscribed on it. And he says, "This is always fun to watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6." There's kind of a little flash as a bag of money appears.
Yo, this guy is so unserious.
If by this guy DM.
He opens it up and you can see he quickly puts his hands in and starts counting extremely fast, quietly. 7,000. And he hands it and pulls it back. Did you want that in gold or platinum? I'm sorry, I didn't ask.
Gold, please.
Platinum would probably be easier to carry.
It would be.
Okay. And we shall take the blood.
Not a problem. Reaches back in. They want it in platinum. I'm going to send this one back. I know I should have asked first.
Do we have post some of it in gold?
No. What?
Do you want it some gold?
It's easier to change. Yeah, we don't have to get it exchanged later. I don't care. Whatever.
Majority of our party
You
fighters
remember,
currently play.
remind me of my mother at the bank.
She
Give
said
me
some-
one moment.
His mother at the bank.
Would you like to do half and half?
It might make it easy if people can't
Yes,
break
that
down
sounds
black.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Half gold, half platinum. Yes, I'm gonna send half back. Just count to 7.
That's exactly
He very quickly takes another bag out and puts half of it in there, pulls the other bag back, poof. It will be very quick. I'm sorry for the confusion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Poof, he comes back. Here we are, half platinum, half gold. Thank you for your service to the Last Legends. We'll be putting you on the completion board if you don't mind. And don't feel weird about it. We do have other guilds we work with, so you won't be the only guild on the board. We do not list how much you've earned from us, simply a rating based on service rendered.
What
I'm
rating did
assuming
get?
you don't give details on what it is we accomplish, no matter who
Absolutely
asks.
not. Secrecy is the most important thing here at the Last Legends.
Hmm.
I don't even know what you've done.
Do you know what grade we got?
No, Real Curious will assign that when next he returns, or when he sends message. I did
Okay.
hear you were looking for him. Was that for payment or something else?
No, something.
We had a previous arrangement to exchange some information, him and I.
Oh, personal business. As you were told at the front desk, I don't know where he is, but should he return, I'll let him know you were looking. Will you be at your guild hall, and will you be traveling as well?
At least for a couple of days, but that is no matter. There are other ways to contact him,
I'm
But-
sure there are.
if I may.
You may.
Would you tell me, is he somewhere dangerous? Would it be best we not interrupt him right now?
Well, Curious does like to go dangerous places, but interrupt him. I always find it hilarious.
Thank you.
Of course. If you need
Interrupt him
anything
we
else,
shall.
if you need anything else from the Last Legends or Riveria, please reach out to us. We also double as somewhat of a pop-up embassy.
You wouldn't happen to have a library, would you?
A library. Not so much. We do have a repository of information for guild members, so they are best prepared for the different tasks they set out on. Should you like to join, of course, that'd be available to you as well. Or partner. I assume you want to keep your own shop, as I've heard.
Yeah.
I said in the
something like
group
that.
chat, remember, Rokuris didn't have the information either, so I'm assuming his guild does not. No, we're okay. I say out aloud.
Not a problem. And he gets up and starts collecting the teacups, stacking them all pretty high, but with no issue. Brings them over, puts them in a corner. That concludes our business. I am so glad to meet you all. I did not get anyone's name, but you are the guy. I am Shatel Levan Assad. It has been my pleasure. And the door opens.
Pleasures was our charcuterie.
All right.
That's a great one.
Now we go to the Light of the Lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got money.
You do have quite a bit of money. Make
So,
your way over.
So
oh, go ahead.
goes immediately into
in our head, let everyone know that brings us to 750 platinum and 4,228 gold.
How much gold?
How much platinum?
11
So in total, we're looking at
Good lord.
like 1,100 and
78 platinum.
I'm sorry. In total is 11,000. 728.
Gold.
Gold.
Yes.
700. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Maybe we
do it.
don't need to sell Maple to get the thing. Okay.
If you can afford a library.
I think we can afford the library, the storehouse,
But then, hey, let's not go crazy.
the
Let's not go
workshop,
crazy.
and the smithy. It would be 6,000 gold altogether.
That's fucking almost
We can only
more than half.
I'm
do one
building
at
a
a
greenhouse.
time, right?
But we will have things that we need.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about this later. We could definitely get to the library.
You sound like a capitalist.
Do it.
So, you all make your way to the last call.
You hoard the gold. Look at you. I see your face. I see the gold on it.
It is It is to the side of the Last Legends. It is a much smaller guild hall, kind of back in the shadow of the Last Legends at that point. As you make your way there, there is just someone kind of sitting in a chair outside of it. They have on a cloak, kind of shrouded, kind of crouching into the corner a bit. As they see you coming, they say, "What can I do you for, strangers?"
Not gonna lie, it's creeping me out already.
The guy just like approached us on the street.
No. As you're walking towards it, he is sitting in the corner by the front door.
Just being a
Oh,
creep.
okay, I see it.
Flyrek, you're charismatic. I say in our heads.
Good afternoon. How are
I'll
you today?
take your word for it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, we're in search of information. Old information. Best found in books. Told you might have some.
Or at least know where
Would you care to let us look at them?
Books, is it? Someone told you we might have some?
Well,
Might I ask who?
no. You all are known as valuing knowledge. So
Yes,
if
this is
anyone knows where we could, obtain the knowledge, we thought you might. If we were mistaken, we'll be on our way.
Persuasion with advantage. Slavik, you can roll it. Advantage from Katra's aid in this. And you were casting your spell on yourself, so
Nice.
you did that before you walked over.
26.
Yes, advantage. Okay. It just says advantage. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 26. Cool. He rubs his chin with some beard growing in. He says, "Well, you've come to the right place. You said enough of the right words. Old information best found in books, eh? Come in. Let's see what we can do for you." And he
Thank you.
opens the door and walks in to just darkness. This building seems to be unlit.
It's beautiful. Love what
Do
y'all
you
do.
have dark vision? You do, right?
I have dark vision.
Okay.
And as of yesterday morning, I have devil's sight as well.
What is double sight? Hold on.
I can see in all darkness.
Wow.
Mm.
Whoever your patron is, let me get that number real quick.
That mistake has been made before.
Right. All right, I follow.
Okay. As you all head in, those with dark vision, this place is completely empty. There's one chair in the back corner, and he goes and sits in it.
Oh shit.
We'll talk about this afterwards.
What is wrong with this book?
I know what's wrong with Bull.
He sits down and he says, "What information are we seeking?"
We're curious about the foundations of the city, when it was built, what that sort of thing.
You gonna break it?
No. Not at all.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Me or Slugger?
You,
Me.
man who did all the talking just now.
Or am I- Oh, fucking A! Look at this.
Okay, double natural.
Double natural fucking one.
Snake eye.
Oh
Get the
wow.
fuck out of here.
Sell those dice.
Yeah, just open a window and chuck them.
Right.
Yo,
What's great is
are
she
you-
has like 300 dice, and she picked the two that hated.
That's insane.
He
Oh.
got a garbage disposal.
They knocked against each other. That's the gag. They
Even
rolled,
better.
hit each other, stopped at one.
They were like,
He,
fusion.
he nods along and says, "All right, good. The foundation. Is it pressing? Do you need it now? Do you need it later? You want to put a order in for pickup? Or you want me to find it now?"
I mean, how long do you think it would take? I don't need it at this exact moment. I'm okay walking away and coming back.
Understood. Are you going to pay for it or do you want a favor?
I'm okay paying for it.
Oh. And he,
We try to build our own library, as it were.
oh, you want to
can
keep
purchase
our
it.
books? He reaches under his chair and pulls out a book. Opens it up. And just begins writing in it. All right, so we want information on the foundation. We want no timetable, but willing to pay for the book.
Well, I wouldn't say no timetable. I would say
Oh, there is a timetable then.
I just said I'd be okay not
2
getting it.
days, maybe?
Oh,
Yeah.
a 10-day?
What do we have? 17 days?
Something like that.
Maybe a 3-day.
Exactly. What about 3 days?
3
Yeah,
days?
a long weekend.
3 to 5
Three to 5 days.
calendar days, not business days.
Calendar days. Okay. You're in luck. It is a first day. All right. So this information you'd like to receive, ideally on 4th day. And about the foundation.
Okay, I say in my head. Okay,
Yeah.
why does this feel like it's going left here?
Can you narrow that down for me? There's a lot of different things. Like, do you want to know what the building, what the structure's
The,
made
the
of?
original, no. How the city was built, like in general, like the original architecture, the layouts. What is it called? Like the blueprints of the city per se.
I have a
Blueprints.
question for you, sir, if I may.
Sure.
I think it may help to narrow down what we're looking for.
Please.
You asked us a few moments ago if we were going to break the city.
I did.
There was no influx in your voice. If anything, there seemed a bit of curiosity in it. My question to you: if someone were to break the city, that doesn't seem to bother you, does it?
I just work here. I can work anywhere I want. But you're not gonna break it, so.
I say in my head to the group, maybe we should ask him about information regarding movement of the city.
Like,
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Brian, are there like are fault lines a thing in Alestria?
Fault lines exist,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So, what if we go the fault line route?
You've
He said,
tried this. Someone
Break-
asked the ground or something about fault lines around
I
here?
did, but I only say like I heard, like if we say to him, like we heard it was built along fault lines.
If the city were going to break, where would it be? That's more of the question you should ask.
Okay, you guys go, because I feel like whatever I said, my man just it didn't go however he wanted it to go.
Pause for a second. I rephrased my question. I apologize. You were going to break it. Where would it happen? Where could it be broken?
Roll persuasion.
Purely curiosity.
This is at disadvantage.
I'm sorry, guys.
Is my spell still active? Or
Yeah,
no?
well, less than an hour, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still up.
Alright, it's a straight roll then.
Nice.
So 23.
Again?
Amazing.
This is what Slyrek does.
He says, well, course, it could come off the wall. The wall, was originally there. The city's built next to it, not into it. Beyond that, it's a little back heavy. Probably split right across the middle. As you can see, and he hits the back wall. This is the foundation. It's the back wall. This is the foundation for the upper level. I assume the lower level would snap right off should something happen.
The lower
That's terrible.
the lower levels are not directly under it. It's like staggered.
To a degree. I mean where we're on now, not the Undercity. So you have, here's the back wall again. Upper level, lower level, that's where we are now. And then the Undercity is below both levels. But that was their first, this is their second. Undercity third, of course. Depending on who you ask.
When was the lower level added?
This here? Oh, this was, quite a bit ago, before it came into prominence, before the wall cities were really, had the stature we do now. It's old, but not as old as the rest of it.
Cause Brian, the rest of the city's on the wall, on top of the wall.
So just to zoom out a bit.
Sorry, I
here
don't
for you.
remember.
This is how it's built.
Ooh. Okay.
So there's the wall, and the city is kind of built next to it, right on it, flush.
Gotcha.
But they have no ability to break or dig into the wall itself, so everything's just against it, not in it.
Wait, so the upper levels against it, the lower levels against that.
Yeah.
Against
So
the
like,
upper
if you
level?
look here, this is wall and trees above it. So there is the lower level where the guild hall is and all the fancy stuff, and then you guys never actually come over here, but there are stairs that lead up to an upper level. And beyond that, there's the elevators that get you up to entrances to the wall and access to the train.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So the city is essentially tiered.
I see. Yo,
He's-
look at his face. He looks like a creep.
Token works great. He says, "Are you all masonries? You smiths? You construction? What are you? I thought you were a guild."
To be honest, my current area of interest is the construction. No. The construction of all the walled cities.
I got gold favor.
Oh,
I'm very curious in their builds.
he looks at you and he says, "You studying 5 or 6?"
Does he mean like including crack humor?
You don't know.
What does
No,
that mean?
didn't we already learn that there's 5 walled cities in the world, but in the end of the walled dungeon, we spoke to that thing. I'm pretty sure that referenced one more walled city than we thought there was.
Oh,
That was the last time we ever heard about that.
Oh
Good
no!
memory, Manny.
So I would say 6.
All right, you say 6.
That would be 6, in fact. You have information on all 6.
Oh, of course the guild does. For our friends. Are you friends of the last call?
We would like to be.
We are friends of history and information. And you have been quite honest with us. We are friends of you,
Oh, friends.
sadly.
me.
Knowledge of the last call ends with you.
That it does. That it does.
Hmm.
Now, information about the foundation, about order of its build, about the old parts, about all 6 wall cities. I could get that for you. I could have it by 4th day. I do still have just like one nagging question, though. What are you gonna break?
That's the thing. We
Tradition.
haven't decided if we're going to break or stop the break.
Persuasion, please.
Yeah, Catherine's not saying a damn thing.
You afraid to have to roll?
Correct. My dice did me dirty.
And with the spell, it's a
what?
26.
I gotta stop talking to Slyrak.
Catherine blinks into the shadows. I'm not
What if you
here.
else talk? You half dead person, you talk to me next. He nods. And he says, "Alright. That's just fine. I'll find this information. And I'll deliver it to Topher. I believe he runs your shop, does he not?"
He does.
You are correct.
That's a good egg, that Topher. Well, anything else you need from the last call?
How much will this cost us?
How much you got?
That's not what I asked.
Well, important information on an expedited timeline that may or may not cause disruption to the city. And of course, you'll be paying a quiet fee to keep that right on in-house. What do you think that's worth?
You tell me.
Come on, don't be shy now. We've been so acquainted with each other.
Let's keep this on good terms. Just name the price and let's move on.
That's gonna cost you, as I roll dice, oh, we can do it for 47 gold pieces. A pittance.
I'll give you 50 if you tell us which one you would bet on. Or which one are you hoping for? A break? Or no break?
He holds out his hand for the gold.
I put 47 from the party and then the other 3 from me.
He closes his hand, pockets the gold in the pocket in his cloak. Oh, I'd love to see a break. You always find out what people are really made of when things fall apart.
Have you heard anything about a breakage? Have there been rumors?
Just from some interesting people who came to ask me information.
Is there a mirror spell? Just want to look and see if he's talking about me.
Right. I'm like, I think he's talking about us, but now I'm not sure.
And you can assure us that this fee will maintain your silence, correct? And your secrecy?
The last call will not be alerting an escalation to whatever it is you're up to.
Escalation in others?
I assume only escalation would care if you break escalation. This information will stay in the last call.
I slide him another 10. Let's just make sure it's everyone.
He looks at the 10 and does not take it.
Oh,
This will stay in the last call.
Since we're,
I give
since we're here,
Small bows. I did not mean to insult.
You did it. I just turned you down.
No, here you go. Sly Rat,
Oh, Lord.
leave this to me. Leave this to me.
no. Since we're here,
I want to
do you
hear
have
this.
information about the other cities as well, or just escalation? While we're doing business.
I still want to hear what Greg was going to say.
You already know what he's gonna say.
I don't know what he's going to say. This could be different this time.
I put
Greg,
my hands up like Feely puts his hands up like the Fonz and goes, "Hey, I don't want to.
Oh my
Mouth.
Oh my god!
I don't know if you know, but you're standing in front of Feely of the Feely pack, and three of these packs right here.
I sigh aloud.
Can three of these right here assure your silence?"
No,
Coils up as tightly as he can.
Pino starts like feeling along the wall to try to find his way out. You can't see what's
thinking
going
you were
on, but he
standing
hears it.
here in darkness this whole time.
Please,
Pino just starts
he is.
crawling and feeling along the wall.
Oh my goodness. Roll investigation for me.
Not
Pino.
it. This is not. You're reading this wrong. Cousin.
Investigation, yeah. I'm
You're
trying to
reading
find
this
my way out.
way wrong.
Oh my goodness, that's fucking great.
I'm sorry.
Let me get this investigation check first.
What is this man's face when that little declaration was made?
His face is exactly what you see in the stream.
Hey, what, motherfucker?
He says, Fino, you're able to very easily find your way back out.
The room was not red.
As you moved across, though, there are some cloaks hanging up that you found as you're just going by. There are some sacks of something in the corner. And as you were like kind of padding through, you swear something moved out the way. You didn't touch it, but it felt like one of the cloaks, as you went to reach for the wall, was kind of just went across your hand a bit.
Okay. So when that happens, I say, I cannot see you, but I know you are there.
Mm.
You hear, good for you, Ace.
Do any of us hear that?
It was said low enough just for him to hear.
Okay.
He says to you, Philly, I'm on the clock, and I fancy myself a professional.
No, not now, and I'm not smoking with you now. You take this whenever you want. You know what? Better yet, I leave it here on this stool in the darkness. Pick it up if you like.
Man. Oh man.
He turns to you, Katra. You got questions about other cities?
Do you have the same kind of information about the others?
I could. We have a guild in most of them, not all.
How much and how fast?
Let's see if you split this one in half first, huh?
Why wait?
Why wait? Business is why wait. You know, if we need to know if we need to move some stuff around, if you're breaking cities. But we'll put it on back order, huh? It'll be a little faster next time if you don't break this one and you do need information on other cities.
How long do you need to wait to see if we break it?
You tell me.
I say we come back next week.
See you
We'll
next week.
be seeing you again for sure. We
Well, I'll be
appreciate your hospitality.
I will certainly be seeing you.
Is he saying that pointedly to Slyric?
Come on, don't make it weird.
It felt like it was to the group at large.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a
Don't
minute.
make it weird is hilarious. He just smiles in the darkness. And the front door, it opened and closed when Fino went out. But it opens again slowly with a creak. If that's all.
I nod and take my leave.
In the middle of the night.
All right, so we got 4 days to get back and we get some information. That's not bad.
3 days.
Oh,
Treat.
3 days.
A long
We can get
weekend.
the other information next week. That's perfect. That's before the city's supposed to start rising. All this is in chat.
Right.
Right.
Group chat's fucking hilarious.
Best thing ever.
Yeah, that was
Right.
a
Sit
very
inside
good
of
one.
our heads. Not everyone is a pothead, Philadelphia.
I think you read that one wrong. Why we still got shambles for an office?
I haven't changed this map.
We put in good money to get it set up.
As you all make your way back to your guild hall, you do notice someone standing outside of escalation that's kind of like waving, trying to get your attention.
Okay. Are they recognizable?
No, you've never seen it before.
But they're not in this area. They're out there.
They are in front of their guild,
Oh,
which you have to walk past to get to yours.
You call it escalation. What do you mean? Eclipse?
Eclipse. My apologies.
Oh,
Outside of
okay.
Eclipse.
all right. Why not?
Okay.
No.
I ain't got no problem with it. Solaris homies.
Just-
Slarek says, I don't think I am ready to join you in this one. I'll see
Okay,
you
just
at the guild hall.
let's keep your ears out. Shit goes
Will
around.
do.
Okay. As you all make your way over and Slyrak continues walking, the female elf says, actually, I want to talk to him. Not so much.
Oh, what? He's a bit busy at the moment. How
Is
can he help?
That's the Haas.
It
Stop.
Yeah,
looks like
Slyrak.
he's just walking. Just real quick.
Just slide right?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I'll pass along the message.
Oh. I thought Tofu was the aide. Do you double as an aide?
I walk off. Fuck this bitch. I don't got time for this. We.
Guild business is guild business. One for, if you want to speak to, it's all right. Then it's just for all of us.
Oh.
I just want y'all to know I'm biting my tongue there because I got worse.
She smiles and she says, well, that makes sense. I just want you to know my name is Rachel. I will be your liaison with Eclipse, and that we have opened up Mr. Slyrak's account.
Stay in chat. Oh, I walked off. I don't know if I heard this.
Probably not.
In account. Okay. I will let him know.
Great. And he does need to come verify so we can make sure we start keeping track of things.
Yes. Thank you for letting me know.
Not a problem. And if you need anything, you just let us know.
I say this to Slyrak in our heads. I'll say it to the group in our heads. And I walk off. That's where I go.
Is it Fauci your new patron?
You say I have an account with those pompous elves. And they are most certainly not my patron. I haven't quite figured it out, but I've ruled out most options. And they're certainly not it.
Did you look for a bank account? Or maybe the guild?
I know.
Do the bank account?
Did you make a deal when that woman was in your head?
Deal, no. We did have a very interesting chat. Very unexpected for the type of situation I was in.
I'm gonna make a character that fits next time.
It's almost as if, for the moment, we connected on a bit of a neutral level. Perhaps she found more interest in me than I thought. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I wonder if it's some sort of weird trick to get you to go in there. Like say, oh, what account? And, oh, gotcha.
Not
It feels
opposed
very weird.
I do worry.
to seeing what this is, but if I go, I insist we all go.
Yes.
Slyrak, we won't leave you alone.
Yes. Please don't talk to him. Oh, no.
Either way, that sounds like a task for tomorrow, Slyrak.
Or never. You owe them nothing. All right.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious, though.
Are you well curious?
Well, should we go talk
No.
to Harry?
Harry. Yeah, that was our next spot, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. New Slyrak is great.
This Slyrak is fucking hilarious.
He got some pep in his slither.
Pep in his slither.
Love it. You all make your way.
Dumbest thing I've heard. It was
It's
actually
great. It's perfect. You all make your way back into the guild, your home. As you enter, there is a different kid at the front desk. He says,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh, hey, hello, you're here. Hi, I'm Christoph, just filling in. Topher had to run some errands, so he just had me man the old
Christoph.
Deskaruski. That door's locked, so I'm sure you guys have keys. Topher told me you did. But it's just like extra layer of security, so you guys will feel okay with old Christoph sitting at the desk."
That's amazing.
I walk up to him and look at him. I'm just kind of observing him. And I say, "Are you of what was our guy's name again?
Topher?
Are you of Topher ilk?"
Yes.
Topher's ilk. I'm not quite sure what that means.
I'm so
You
annoyed.
have. Topher is very skilled and is a very smart and wise kid.
Yeah, he's the best.
Are you?
The best? No, Topher's the best.
Okay. Yeah, how old does this kid look? Like 7? Like,
So Topher looked around 10. This kid looks around 8.
Lord.
Jerry asked the kid.
That's his OG.
Jerry asked the kid. Do all the kids think Topher's the best?
Well, all the kids of the. Yes, sure, yes,
Mhm.
yes. All the kids who need Topher. No, he's the best.
Mhm.
What do you need Topher for?
Sitting at this desk.
Does this kid look like dirty hungry or just like regular kid?
He doesn't look dirty hungry. He looks Oliver Twisty.
That sounds
Definitely a
hungry.
street kid. Well, it's not as bad. His clothes aren't ripped. He's not covered in dirt. It looks like he definitely sleeps inside.
Irish poor, not black poor.
That's actually
Who?
a very good description.
Jeez.
I didn't hear. What?
Irish
I-
poor, not simple.
Yeah,
Oh.
he looks Irish poor is a very good description. It looks like someone is making sure he eats. Someone is making sure his clothes fit, if not the newest things.
It's
Someone
Topher.
making sure that he can clean himself.
It's
But he is by no means looks privileged or well-to-do or stable. Exactly.
I give him a gold for today's work.
He smiles big and says,
I don't care.
I can't take that. You can put it on the desk, and Topher can take that. But I can't take that. No tips.
It's not a tip.
Fino picks it up. He says, "Very well then. We do not want to insult you."
I put my hand
He
out.
kind of looks really quick. But he says, not a tip?
No, it's not a tip.
He puts his hands out really quick. Well, if it's not a tip, that's fine.
It's dust the books. It's for extra work. You can dust the books. The books, I'm assuming, are not dusty whatsoever. Just
They're not.
some
But
book.
he takes it, immediately pulls out a dirty handkerchief and starts wiping off the books.
Perfect.
Hey, one more question before you get to the books.
Yeah.
What do the kids who don't need Topher say about him?
Oh, the house kids. I don't say much. We don't talk.
Oh shit! No.
Please get
No.
these.
Hey, yo, Brian.
Fuck yo.
Oh
Yo,
no!
it's lines, yo.
It wasn't supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be the children who
Comes
have
across
homes.
it.
Can I say
Brian.
the home kids? Does that sound better? The home kids? Can I say that one?
Yeah, much better.
No, it's still the same.
No, it's not. No, it's
What
not.
about the what about the family
Brian,
kids?
that's-
I was
How-
talking about the fact
how-
that kids don't
how's the
Well, like
how's-
orphanage
how's the
I'm
family
assuming-
kids? The family kids? Is that fine?
family. What is this? Mafia? What are we
Remembering-
talking about?
Remembering
How about
the
the land-
majority of our audience is from other
Like-
countries, so they does not.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Ring the
Did
same.
he
Oh,
get it?
it's- we don't need
It
to.
doesn't sound as bad.
No,
sound
but we
better.
live here and we are us. We will call.
No,
we
when
will
he
say,
says fucking house kids, just shakes his head and walks out.
so. Instead of house kids, the term will be
Latchkey kids.
Like the orphanage kids
last kid's pretty good.
or something?
Why can't they just be the kids?
No, they're the
They're
house
not.
kids, yo. Leave it.
They're not the
They
house
have
kids.
a house,
They're-
all right? These
they're
kids
going
don't have
to-
a damn house. That's what you just let us know.
Or they have a
Alright.
group house or something ish.
No, they
Why
sleep with
can't they be the privileged kids?
Oh, the
They're not-
house.
they're not the
oh
privileged.
God. Wait a minute. He's not a house kid. Oh no.
No,
Yeah.
Is
Terrible.
everyone
Remember,
okay if I
Irish sport.
can we
Irish
keep
sport.
house kids? Are we okay with that? With now the
Yes.
clarification?
You keep house kids, but good lord, we
Okay.
gotta build a little
Okay.
house
Yeah.
full of kids. Oh no.
Oof, that
We
was a
need-
fun
Oh man.
fun
I
spin
almost said
around
we
the sun
need more
there.
kids, but you can't say that.
Okay, so he says that he begins dusting the books, and you all continue into the house.
I have to add,
Wait, hold on. Did he ever actually say like?
we started yelling.
What was your question about it? You said they don't
What-
talk to the house
what-
kids much.
Okay.
Where I'm sorry. Forgive me if this is a delicate question, but where do you sleep?
I'm unfortunately not allowed to answer that question.
Wow, Brian.
Catch him.
Are you allowed to
Yeah,
answer the
that-
question? Do you sleep indoors?
Yeah, we sleep indoors.
Oh no. How many
Alright.
of there, how many of you are there?
I'm really getting a little uncomfortable. If that's okay.
Okay.
And Fino walks back and says, I am too. Leave him alone.
And he does look visibly uncomfortable.
Have you
No more questions for
have
him.
you no soul, Vito?
I'm not really sure about that anymore. And now I am uncomfortable, Spencer. Look at you. Doing the Lord's work. Or the devil's, whichever one you choose.
Oh wow, that's
Ooh.
Ooh.
Life's all about perspective.
that's intense.
So you guys walk into the house, and you're going to Harry's. You said, "Oh, to Harry's." You're going to the home between worlds.
What'd you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Harry is the.
Have we purchased materials, or do we just deduct that gold, or do you
So,
want us to like?
No, we don't have to roleplay.
Lumber.
Buying lumber and stuff. So what are you going to build?
A library.
Okay, a library's one. I want to build a workshop, a large workshop, the big one.
So you have some options here. You can build multiple things at the same time. If you do that, you lose your speed advantage. Or you can build one thing and have 3 people who don't sleep working on it.
For
24/7.
what do you need a workshop?
Oh, you don't know what's in the workshop? What a workshop does? I will.
That's okay. We can talk about it after. It's okay. No. Okay.
But we will say that whatever you decide to purchase, you would have done so.
Okay.
Okay. You guys come out of the 3rd door, which leads to your guild hall.
So this time, I put the key in the outside of my door instead of the inside of my door.
What?
Okay.
Like in the other? Why?
Exactly. Everybody like, what the fuck is that for?
I don't think so. Because if someone else takes it, right? Like,
I don't think he
I
can. I
don't-
mean, he set it up, but I'm just wondering what the fuck the reason is.
what? What do we? What's the right?
Yes.
Why are you doing this?
We're going into our hideout, right? Opening the door.
So the effect would have been, instead of walking into Schlyrak's room, you would have simply just walked through his door and not
Okay.
gone into his room.
You don't
Oh,
want to see
that's
it.
what he means. Oh, okay. I thought he
Yes.
meant like leaving it there. Like we
No.
come in and
You,
he's
you
like,
just you did not get
Okay,
to
okay.
see his
No, no, no.
that's why I'm like, what the?
Like before, I would
Got
take you guys
Into
my
the room. Got
and
you.
close the door and then use it. This time I'm doing it like from the hallway.
Okay. I misunderstood. Okay.
You guys return. You can hear the sound of construction, and you do see a number of finished buildings. Actually,
Hey.
All right.
These guys are fast.
That's amazing. Should we knock
Maybe
on
we-
Pierce's door while we talk to Harry? Give him a minute to come answer.
It's a great idea.
Okay.
I will go over and tap on the door a few times.
Keep the kids out of their action.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
as you make your way back, you can see Ralcuris's house has been finished.
Whoa, the cherry blossom? This looks like Riveria a little
What
bit.
is this, dude?
I kind of like
Samurai?
this. This kind of looks like Riveria, though.
It very much is in the style of Bavaria.
That's beautiful. I like it.
And Harry's house is finished.
Oh, please. Yeah,
Rufio, I'm trying.
you bring it down the value of the neighborhood, okay? What is this?
And though I am not going to make all the trees super large, you cannot see past the tree line. Tree lines come higher than all the buildings.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But you
Awesome.
can see that the path has been made as you requested for your house to not be on the main strip, as it were.
Lovely. That's awesome.
Bob says,
Oh yeah.
"Oh, hey, you're back. Yeah, they've been working pretty hard. They got the place is done. We finished up like the basics of your spot. So straight down the path to the left and make a right, then make a left. That way, it's like mysterious. You guys seemed like you wanted it to be mysterious.
Perfect. Well
Thank you.
done.
All right. Do you want anything else built? No, we'll talk about that later. I want to be able to focus. Did you need anything? I saw you knocked on the door back there.
Just need to talk to Rocurious. And Harry. Is he in?
Oh, he's in his house, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And he eats something again, little balls you keep seeing him eat.
Oh my gosh. So concerned. Okay.
Hey,
I'm done.
I'll get him for you. Harry! Harry! Yeah, he kind of yells really loud. You see Harry kind of pop his face into the window. Oh, hey, you're back! And he comes around and opens the door.
It's Diggs.
He says, "Thanks. I really like building things, and the guys are great. And just helps me kind of refocus my mind a bit. I really like building stuff. What's up?"
What were we gonna? Oh, did he want to helm the something with the?
He says, "Oh,
You work-
before
Workshop.
we get into anything, I don't know if I thanked you guys for saving my life. You've done it twice now.
My God.
Thanks. Who was able to actually save me this time?"
It was a group effort.
Yeah.
Well, sure, group projects. The poison though, the Arcane Spain, that should have
Oh.
stopped.
It was me. It was me. But we don't have to talk about it.
Well, no, it's not like a.
Yeah, it was me. But yeah, we don't have to talk about it.
Well, this isn't really like I'm not gonna like throw you in the air and say hurrah. I'm just. How did you do that? Like, what did you do? Is my question. Because it shouldn't have worked.
I did some shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
I did some shit. Okay.
You see, he prefers to talk about the violent skills. He doesn't really like to talk about the restoration capabilities.
No, like,
Don't blame him.
Harry kind of like rubs the bridge of his nose, and he says, "I don't think you guys understand.
Man, I'm spiritual, not religious.
I still don't think you understand. It hasn't been done. Like, people have tried. Clerics have tried. Like, it's not usually possible via arcane or divine to purge Arcane's Bane from someone's body. It's not a thing. So that's why I'm asking, what did you do?
DM, what's my, DM?
Yes.
What's my, deity's name? I don't remember the name when it transformed.
Did you say Satara?
Queen of the Stars, yeah.
Yes, I did.
Satara. Hey, Dave.
Yes.
What's it called? His wife name?
Also, no, that was.
There are some duplicate names that popped up, but this is a different deity.
Satara's Jenna. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. That's cool.
Do you say that, Jerry?
So would that lead me down the wrong path?
What'd you say?
Chris?
What'd you say, Chris?
Yes.
Yo, come on, bro. No, come on, bro.
What did you say? We didn't hear you.
The tarot would not lead me down the wrong path.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He says, Satara.
Wait, are you serious? You can't hear me?
No, we
No, I
cut
heard you that time.
for just a moment.
Yeah, I heard you that time.
No.
Chris, what are you doing? Wait, why did you mute, Chris?
What are you
Unmute.
saying?
Chris, unmute. We could hear you.
Yo, what
Oh,
you doing, yo?
he thinks we couldn't hear him.
Somebody
Chris.
save him.
Chris, unmute, Chris.
He met up with Philly.
Oh,
Somebody
Chris,
save him.
Chris, unmute your mic. We could hear you before. You mumbled one time. We couldn't hear the mumble.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, Chris.
Yes.
Yes.
Good Lord. Good
The
Lord.
the first time you mumbled and we couldn't hear the mumble. So we asked you to repeat it.
That was great.
Somebody
That was-
save him.
That was amazing. Okay, so you said Satira would not lead me wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Harry looks a little confused and says, "Oh, I've been gone a while. There isn't a god named Satira. Last I checked, is this a new deity?"
I didn't look that deep into it. You know, it's just what I grew up with.
Okay. Okay. Don't be weird about this. And he goes back into his house and comes back out with a human skull in his hand.
What the fuck?
No, don't be weird. It's fine. It's fine. A human skull. It's
You're
fine.
being
It's fine.
weird.
It's fine.
You're the one being weird. No,
It's
no.
not. It's not going to do
Human
it. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Jerry looks around and is like, does nobody else think this is weird?
Quite weird, Jared.
Well, Jerry, to be fair, we were having a conversation with a man that we killed a few weeks ago. So, no, this doesn't seem too weird.
He says,
You're right,
and
Slyrak. You always put it into perspective.
He taps the head of the skull and says, "Bob, can you come out here?" And you see the eye sockets of the skull light up bright yellow before kind of dimming, and like there's almost like the skull animates a bit, starts kind of like yawns a bit, kind of rocks its head, and
Love it.
even though it's a
The other
skull,
Bob.
you can see it looks like he wiggles his eyebrows, even though there's no eyebrows there. It's an oddly expressive skeleton head. He says, Hey there,
And
boss.
Slyrax says that.
Mhm.
And Slyrax says that's the other Bob. I look at him and I say, it's the Bob.
He says, "Hey there, boss. Hey there, newbies. Nice to finally meet you. Heard tons. Some of it's okay."
Newbies.
He said,
Hello.
"Bob, is there? I'm trying to find out if there's a new goddess around." Yeah, new goddess, boss. You were over on the other side for a while. You kind of missed her. Satera, Queen of the Stars, self-named. It happens. And Harry says, "What? Oh, sorry. Introductions. This is Bob. He's a spirit of intellect.
Ooh.
Lives in here. Has trouble in the Fae. Only answers to me.
Spirit of intellect, you say?
But to you,
That's
he's
me.
like all the books
amazing.
ever, all combined into one.
I was around before books were ever written.
I say in our heads, we could have saved 50s gold worth, probably.
Weird flex, bro. Weird flex.
It's a great flex. Thank you. Now,
It quite is. Harry, we shall ask you another question to ask him for us, please.
I'm right.
He was going to say,
You
he's
can-
right there.
You
Fino.
can
Oh,
talk
he said-
to me. Harry just has to say it like this. You or not.
Oh, because Harry said you only answered to him, so I didn't
That's
know.
his
Well,
boss,
yeah, he
Fino.
says yes and no, but I exist. Don't take away my agency.
Okay. The Wall Cities.
Wait,
Here
wait,
they
wait, wait.
made-
Harry's still asking about the goddess. Hey, were you done with the goddess thing? You're so rude.
Wow.
Harry says,
Wow.
I'm so sorry, Fino. No, I wasn't done quite.
Right.
Give me 1 second with. So what is she about? Oh, her thing's kind of the stars. It was kind of vague. Really about justice. Doesn't like powerful people doing bad things. And he kind of like leans in conspiratorially and says, "She was one of the misfits. Most people don't know that." And he goes, "Wait, those assholes? The very same, yeah." No. Yeah, one of the assholes. Turns out she was kind of just a god the whole time. It's a whole little thing. Long speech.
Long speech.
Wow.
So he was able to. What did you cast, Jerry?
It was lay on hands.
Yeah.
You tickled him.
Lay on hands. Lay on hands. Well, funny enough, one of her compatriots, one of the misfits, was in fact poisoned by Arcane's Bane for quite some time. Suffered from it pretty dearly. So maybe she just kind of made it her thing. You know, so sometimes new guys can kind of do that. They kind of focus on a thing. And Harry says, "Well, that's important information, Bob. Thanks for sharing." Boss, you didn't ask. I feel like I asked a little bit about maybe curing myself there. I didn't ask in that exact direction if a guy could do it. Nope, no you didn't. Anything else about her? Does she have a lot of followers? No, I think it might just be him.
Wow.
You know, just looks right at you.
That's Jerry.
He looks at Jerry.
Holy shit.
Oh, my.
And Bob kind of bounces in Harry's hand. Look at you. Congratulations, you're an acolyte. Spread the good faith. Or don't.
That's hilarious. Oh, my gosh.
Harry nods and says, "That explains why I've never heard about a cure for Arcane's Bane." Jerry, you might want to keep that to yourself.
For how long?
Again.
I mean, do your own thing, but just, be aware that you can do a thing no one else can.
When the time
Dark
comes,
Knight, which
can I
also
put you in my
means that we can
commercial?
use Arcade Bane.
I'm sorry. When the time comes, can I put you on our tunic?
Sorry?
Tunic?
And
I'm sorry?
I point to our tunic, and I point to the tunic. Well, I guess cape, whatever you want to call it, that Slyrack got from the spot when we first left.
Oh, his advertising
You know, a
cloak?
little help. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah.
Oh boy.
He says,
I'm trying to secure our own advertising.
"Oh, I don't have anything to advertise."
No,
Not to
you would
mention, a lot of
advertise
people
us.
hate him.
If Jerry
Yeah.
wants to advertise his services, I think maybe.
Bob says, "Oh, people hate Harry. You shouldn't do that."
Right. Which is why he's here. Remember,
Oh.
Jerry?
Yeah, you probably just get an arrow to the back of the head.
Never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Wait.
Harry kind of shakes his head. You guys had a question for Bob?
Yes. The wall cities. We hear that they can rise. Escalation, for example. If it were to rise, where would it rise at?
The glow gets a little dimmer and brightens back up again and looks over at Harry. Boss? It's fine. Fine, you can answer him. The skull kind of smiles and smirks and says, "It would rise up." Who are these people, boss?
What? What?
No. There is a special room
Where's
that
the
you were-
room that it
that you were
happens?
granted special boons if you were there when it rises. Where is that?
Oh, the control room. Why didn't you say the control room?
Okay.
I did not know the terminology.
What else would you call a room? Boss. Bob, they're new.
Oh, okay.
You want to know where the control room in escalation is?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the dungeon.
How big is
It's in the
escalation?
15 capstone dungeon. To the stage.
Last time I saw it, it was a tiny thing. Boss, what year is it? Guys, what year is it?
It is. Please don't let me have to go back to my digital journal.
Digital
Hold.
notes.
Is
It is.
3081.
Okay.
He
Bob
said it.
goes. Yeah, Bob goes. Oh, oof, it's been a while.
Wait, when is it?
3081.
Oh,
Why is that different written down, Lady Catcher?
I.
'Cause I think that is actually the correct date.
Okay, then we'll go with that. Yep.
Yes, it's 3081.
That's what I wrote on the title page of this notebook, anyway.
You may have also had
First day.
3051 written down. That was when King Eversharp took over Crackhammer.
I had that down first, and that is crossed out, and underneath
Yes.
of it is
51 was
30.
when Eversharp took over Crackhammer. Or when they
Ooh.
first started arguing about
Okay.
succession. But Bob says, okay, that room used to be at the base level. I think it has been built around a lot since then. I don't know how far escalation dig down. I don't know if you know this. Fun fact, the current ground level wasn't there. They dug the earth down. So maybe the top? I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh boy. Can I do like a rough map or something?
Where in the top? It is.
Like to kind of show them the current structure?
Sure. Roll a
No.
withdrawing. Let's do sleight of hand. That's
Okay. Hey. Okay. I gotta plus 7.
I got more than this.
Oh.
George.
Oh, nice. 25.
25. You draw almost a perfect sketch of escalation. Bob kind of hops over as Harry kind of keeps moving his hand forward so Bob won't hit the ground. He looks at it, you see the eye lights glow and kind of just move around it really quick. He says, okay, I can give you best 3 locations, best 3 places that make sense to me. One, jump you guys back over to the escalation map so you can see what he's talking about.
It's insane here.
He says, 1, the big office right there smack in the middle. And this is actually a very large building. I just put the doors there to represent it.
Mm-hmm.
2, the back of that tavern. That's a tavern.
Probably there, honestly, guys.
And he says, 3, potentially back middle of the Undercity, I think he called it. Now, just want to point out, control room should not be movable. Doesn't mean it hasn't been moved. People have a lot of crazy magic. They may not have known when it was. Last I checked, it is kind of drawn to stay against the wall. So, good chance they could left, right, up, down it, but it had to stay against the wall.
Means that it's tiny.
It was a small room initially. You know, don't
Is there
need
any-
much.
What's in it? Just the lever, or
Oh, well, it's not really a lever. It wasn't last time I saw it. What you had there was, and he kind of just twitches a bit, twitches again. Yeah, it's right there. Harry kind of looks down. Hold on. Bob, you okay? What's wrong, boss? You twitched out a bit. What? No, I was just telling him that inside the room you get Bob. What happened, boss? And Harry says, okay, I've seen this once or twice before. So I control Bob now. Bob listens to whoever his owner is. He's had a few owners before me. One of the things we technically can do is ask Bob to forget things. So if someone has told him to forget what's in that room, he doesn't know it. But I can give him a straight command to remember it. The last time I did that, he turned evil and tried to kill me.
no, it's okay. Is there any
How
way
strong you
that-
have to destroy him to reverse it, though, right? Obviously.
Sure.
No, I didn't have to destroy him. I had to go over to the Feywild, to the Never Never, to find the part of Bob that was still good. That part had to fight evil Bob. It was a big
Yeah, okay.
to-do.
Then, no.
We had to
No, I don't think we
exercise
needed that
off
much.
evil
No.
Bob. And to answer your question, Philly, information is power. With the arcane, the more you know, the more powerful you are. Bob could straight up murder me.
Is
Fair enough.
But not like this.
So-
Like, this is nice, Bob. I'm nice, Bob.
this is nice, Bob. Is there a way we can recognize the room from the outside? Do you remember such a thing?
Well, yeah, so the room should be... It'll definitely be locked. I think you'll find it's a little older make than what's around it. And most likely, there'll probably be like a rough engraving of the continent in it. In the doors.
The current continent?
You watch your mouth.
What?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't expect Evan Wood or Draconia to be on there, but everything else. So that's probably your best way to tell, I think. Harry says, how was that? Was that good for you guys?
That was damn good.
Amazing.
It was a lot of information. Thank you kindly.
Oh, great. Bob likes to be helpful, but I found it best not to rely too much on Bob. Bob doesn't understand morality. And Bob says, "You mortals have this weird thing about right or wrong, and I don't. Fun is fun, right? But there's no real right or wrong. Everything just balances out eventually if you live long enough.
I don't think we live long enough.
I mean, I do. I live forever, unless I don't."
Unless you don't.
Unless
Look at. Okay.
Harry says, "One of the fairy queens really wants to kill him." Yes.
Fairy Queen. Fascinating.
you die a hero, you live long enough to become a villain.
And don't call them fairies. I don't know if you know. They're fae. Don't call them fairies. But
I did not know. Thank you.
well, no, because there are like actual fairies in the fae, and then there's like the queens. So the queens don't like to be referred to as the fairies.
Understood.
But yes, they want to kill Bob. So don't tell them. Don't say you know where Bob is. Don't say you even know Bob. You never know who is playing for the fae team.
Other Bob comes to kill them right now.
Whoa!
That's-
Did I
no.
really do that?
Yeah.
Sorry, Skull Bob. I didn't mean to try to kill you. That's all right. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Fucking silent Bob.
Oh, nice. We'll have to get a silent Bob in here. Harry says, "All right, I'm gonna go put Bob back down. He, like I said, he's good for information. He knows a lot. Doesn't kind of covers his ears. Doesn't really know everything, but pretends he does. He can. Well, we're in here now, so he can't really find out anything. But he does have the ability to leave the skull and to search about, more or less invisibly. Can't really go into other magic users' homes. Those are usually warded. But outside of that, Bob's a good egg. He just has a over fascination with. Oh, how do I say it appropriately? Bob says, "I like seeing people have sex. I'll just say it. It's a sport. It's the only fascinating thing you mortals do."
There you go.
And he says, the last time I let him out, he went to a bard college, and it was just a mess. They all. Granted, bars are usually a bit promiscuous, but he just ratcheted it up like 10 degrees.
Man.
And Bob says, "I'm better than alcohol, but they didn't do anything they didn't want to do. I just made it more fun." And that's why we don't let Bob out anymore.
Interesting, Bob. I heard in my travels that the Fae have this kind of wild, crazy party sometimes. I've just heard about it in passing.
You can see the skull get big and smile, and he says, "Oh, Midsummer. I could tell you some stories."
That's okay. I don't need to. You clearly know about it.
And he winks one of the eye sockets. And Harry says, "All right, Bob, you can go away now." "Sure thing, boss," and the lights go out. Harry says, "So you've met Bob. That's actually one of my top 3 secrets, so this is me trusting you even more."
Awesome, Harry.
Nods in approval.
And Fino puts up a hand to high five him.
"Yeah, sure, let's get this."
He high fives.
And he says, "All right.
So what are the other two?
Well, roll persuasion."
Hold on. Yeah, I can roll it. Hold on.
Does Bob know where we are?
14.
14. First he says,
We did save your life twice. Advantage.
Stop.
yeah, you can roll for advantage.
Yes.
Watch his worse.
Wow.
Love it. He
Easy.
says, one's my name, the other's my island. No further questions, please.
What was
The
it?
others is what?
One's his name, the other is his island.
Okay.
And ask for
Okay.
no further questions. He says, I haven't asked Bob about this place yet, and I haven't quite let him look around either. I wanted to make sure that was okay with you guys first. I don't know where we are exactly. I didn't want to spoil it if it's somewhere bad. I think it's nice, but you never know.
How's Bob with getting around? Will he be able to find you again if he leaves the skull and he gets lost in here?
Well, no, he's a spirit. He'll be able to get back okay. Well, I didn't think about getting lost. Good point. He could ride. I have a familiar. I could call it my familiar. He could hitch a ride in the familiar, and just go about and make sure he keeps track of where he is. And
Okay.
worst case scenario, I can find my familiar if they don't come back in X amount of time,
Right.
But if you wanted to look around, just let me know and I can have them scope it out. But
It would be nice to map this place out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you kids should go check out your house. I helped a little bit. I only know a few styles, so sorry if you don't like the architecture, but I think it's nice.
As long as this isn't filled with pickles.
Fresh out of pickles, I'm afraid.
Great.
He
Pickles
kind of
and
laughs. He kind of laughs and heads back down to his house and says, "I'll meet you guys later in the common room." As he points to the little area of all the couches out here. Right. And before we call it a night, we'll go on over to you guys' house. And this is what they built for the Ugai.
Whoa.
I like
That's
it.
amazing.
I like it.
This is Ugai
Yeah.
Manor.
Yeah, I was about to say.
There's currently there's a lot of empty, unused rooms for expansion. Doesn't change the time it's going to take or the cost for those kinds of things.
Is that a nest on the top?
There is.
Yes,
The nest came with the house. I gotta move all these trees because I plopped it down on top of
I mean,
trees. I gotta get all the trees back out.
The bet isn't there a cockroach?
Oh.
Just leave, he can hang out up there, but
Let's hang out in the nest.
it's pretty. I'll clear it out next week so you guys can see a little better about the trees everywhere.
I want an indoor forest. No.
You know I want one. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna take it down.
Yeah.
Night, night.
Okay.
All right, we will end the session there. The Ugai Manor
cool.
has been built,
Nice.
along with.
Quick 2 questions on the book. How many hours are we counting for the overnight?
The overnight. How long were you willing to stay up? You were going to be exhausted, right?
Well, I guess considering I didn't roll with any
Oh, we did not do
advantages for it, yeah, we shouldn't do the whole night then. I guess as much as he could without having the exhaustion.
Well, why not the exhaustion? We can hang out here for a day if you want.
No, because he rolled today's session without disadvantage.
Already rolled, yeah,
So he could not have previously stayed up all night.
Okay.
yeah.
So we will. You guys got in pretty early, yesterday anyway. So we'll call it 8.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you guys have
I have
a
8 hours
couple
left.
days before. You're good then. You guys have a couple days before you needed to do anything pressing. That was a good session, guys.
That was fun. We got some information out of Bob. He helped us out.
Okay.
Let's go see if Fino can pick a lot.
Yeah, so between Bob, the last call, and Topher, should be able to narrow this down pretty well.
Need is all the magic users to touch Fino's shoulders as he picks the lot and gives him some of their energy.
Get all the buffs you can.
Exactly.
Yeah, this enhanced ability gives me a nice out of combat spell.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this progresses. You guys finally did some work on finding the control room. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
That clock was clocking away. You guys had done absolutely nothing.
Sure, we did.
We got 7,000 gold though. I wouldn't say nothing.
You did get 7,000 gold. That's true. So you guys are well funded.
And
Bribe.
all of our exploits led us to Bob.
It actually did. You guys unlocked Bob, which was touch and go for a while there. If Bob would make an appearance.
That's hilarious. The college story thing is.
Straight out the books.
I was about to say, I remember that exact line. Like,
Yes. Yeah, that exact thing happened in the books. That's, I think,
Oh
a
my
staple
God.
of who Bob is. I think it's very important to keep that.
It is. It is. It makes the character.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why you can't just let Bob roam around. Bob needs to be on a leash.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna set these skeletons.
You guys now have a source of information. There are limits to Bob, and there are some information locked away in Bob. If you guys have any interest in fighting evil Bob, I guess you could, force the point. But
No thanks. I was just hoping he didn't like break just off that question. I was like, oh no, that's it.
Maybe consider it if we didn't have to go to all of the bad parts of the Feywild.
oh, to get good Bob back.
I was
Yeah,
like, make this
that's
as
a hard
unappealing as
pass.
fucking possible.
It certainly would not be easy, but yeah, you got Bob. You got some. You met Kristoff.
First off, that's hilarious.
You got some more information on how that works. You made some contacts with Riveria, with Last Call, and with Faust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but-
interesting.
You have an account opened, apparently, which is neat.
That's quite interesting and random.
Is it though?
Apparently,
Is it
yeah.
It's
Is it neat?
super-
No, I don't think it is neat at all.
Oh, it's super neato. I'm sure there's nothing negative about that at all.
That's
Ha-
problematic.
happy sunshine of getting the attention of a queen.
Great.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And you guys can't be possessed anymore, so there's that.
Yeah.
But
That's
what do you have to fear?
so glad we did that.
Are we ever going back for that little ceremony, or we just fuck it and then we'll?
I would like to.
Of
Fuck
Craig
that
Hammer
ceremony.
forever.
Because here's why. We're only disc champions. There's another title to be had.
Bro, I'm not fighting nobody in Craig Hammer ever again.
What's the other title?
And honestly, there's like the whole like big time champion. All of them.
Yeah, you guys are this champion, but you did it in such a way you not go to all of the arenas on that disc, but you still are disc champions. So there's that, and there's a couple ways to clear it. You can be champions of both discs, which is a much higher acclaim, and you can run the gauntlet, which to date
That's
only
awesome.
the Misfits have.
The Misfits ran the gauntlet?
Oh yeah, the Misfit Reunion Tour. Someone mentioned that when you guys were talking to him. I forgot who. Someone mentioned the Misfit Reunion Tour. They ran the gauntlet and won every single arena in one day.
Oh,
And they did it on a killing day. Misfit reunion tour.
Right. maybe not that.
So if you, that's the highest bar. But no, you guys, there's a ceremony waiting for you.
No, man, fuck them, yo. We on the run. We can't let that dude find out where we exist anywhere. He coming for us, Sly
Hey,
Rat.
what dude?
He stole his shit. He gonna come in like OJ.
That's what I'm saying. We're not fighting nobody else. Cause Bull.
I'm not afraid of him.
I ain't about afraid. Last time we dealt with somebody who wanted us dead, we wound up in some fucking a situation where they blew up half the stadium and we chased them down and murdered them in the streets.
That is the last time you guys had a beef.
It got kind of crazy. It's never chill.